It seems like some of the only things women are going for is going for broke. Let's get off into this. Rich girl gets credit card declined at a luxury store.
It says that this card declined. Would you like to use it?
It's my dad's card.
Hello? This is going to be a big wake-up moment.
Are you-
All of your cards are canceled.
Are you kidding?
$11,000 on Ubers and iced coffee. I don't even know how...
11 grand on Ubers and iced coffee? What are you taking? A freaking Uber helicopter?
That's possible.
You're literally... Dad?
Hi, your Uber chopper has arrived.
Stop! She's the sales associate. You need to give her a different card.
She's requesting.
The store and anything else?
I don't know that we're hiring for this.
Dad, I'm not working at a store, Dad. You are literally embarrassing me.
Am I going to have...
This is why I say women are children. With the Gucci cardigan, the Gucci purse. These women really just want dads.
to call Dr. Ross for?
No one was right about you.
Oh my God. That's the world we're living in, though. That's why I say a lot of these women don't want to do... They don't want to commit to a man. They just want somebody to fund their lifestyle. And chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I believe if you're going to pay a woman's bill, she has to be committed to you, and she has to cook, clean, and do a lot of other things. Like, I'm not just going to fund your lifestyle to have fun and do nothing. I want the wifely duties done. First of all, I wouldn't pay for a girl's bills unless she a wife. I had a guy call me the other day. He called me on the hotline right here, which I'm going to move this up here. I don't like it down here. He called me on the hotline, and he was telling me he's paying another chick's bills that he's not even with. And I was like, brother, we got to stop that. This type of behavior has to stop. The only time a woman deserves to get her bills paid for is if you're married to her, number one, and if she cooks, cleans, and takes care of the house. That's what we do. And I'm very traditional in my beliefs, though. So, like, I'm not about to pay your bills unless you're doing something for the home. I better have a hot plate. My house better be clean. My laundry better be done. And that's the agreement. And the thing is, Cass and I talked about that before she even quit her job. I was like, hey, if you quit your job, this is what I expect now. And we were on the same page. So, yeah, that's what you got to do. You can't just pay for everything for these women, bro.
105 for today.
105 for
Yes.
these? Okay. Baby, it's 105.
She's paying for your nails? You got free nails.
I'm so excited.
Tell me why she looks like the fourth Alvin in the Chipmunks character. You know, it looks like somebody took an acorn and painted eyes, nose, and a mouth on it. Her forehead might be bigger than mine.
I love that
Better.
for you. Right. You deserve it, girl. Let me see. I'll do it.
You
shouldn't
deserve
have
it,
to
girl. No.
You're a liar!
pay for your nails. I don't know why it's not working. Let's see.
Her nails look bad anyways.
There you
There
go.
you go.
And then it's probably just going to ask you if you want a tip. I don't know if it's like, oh, it declined. It's card declined. I'm sorry.
It's card declined. Try it again.
I'm going
Maybe
to try
he had
again.
it locked or something.
He told you that the money's on there. I'm not trying to say that
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't.
just said the money's... Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to reach out to him because that's not cool. I'm literally about to cut him off. How much is it, girl?
That's
Because
messed up.
that's...
It's 105.
As she pulls out a wad of cash. Pulls out a wad of cash. How much is it, girl? Pay for your own nails. This is one thing I'll never understand in the modern dating market is that these women think that men should have to fund their entire lifestyle. Like I should have to pay your nails, your rent, your... And the thing is, if women just admitted that they were prostitutes, it'd probably make life a whole lot easier. Because at least then I know what I'd be getting into. It's like, okay, this is merely transactional and this is what you want. Okay, cool. You know, but until then, like, you got to be upfront and honest of how this transaction's going down.
That card should decline. It's a little bit of money on there.
A little bit of money, but it declined. Insufficient funds.
I don't know, that income tax money gone.
So you mean to tell me that we broke? We not broke. I got college coming up. We can't be broke. Are you serious?
No, you're broke.
Stop looking at me. Say something.
I don't know what to tell you.
What are we gonna do?
Here's what a lot of men would do. Go ahead and get a job.
The first of the month. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We gotta go with...
I can't buy nothing at the dollar store. The cheapest store in America. So
You know you're down bad when you can't even afford nothing at the dollar store.
you ain't doing too good.
Oh, so you telling me I'm not doing the best that I can
I'm
do?
just saying, like,
This is something I'll never understand. It's like why these broke women shame the people for being broke, but it's like, wait, you're broke as well. Like, you're also broke. What are you talking about? Like, trying to shame me for being broke. You're also broke. Go protect it, Incogni. You got to get that, chat. Like, you got to be smart, you know? Protect that data, you know? Because if you don't, you're cooked. But I'll never understand this. Women just going for broke. It seems like there's a concept that women just can't understand, and it's living below their means. Like, people purposefully live above their means all the time.
Spent all my Universal credit on one item, and I'm so excited to show you what I've got. Let me show you. I got an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm shaking. I'm so excited.
Bro, she looks like she's an extra on Shrek. Shots fired! What is this, Fiona's like long lost cousin? What does this look?
Judge me, okay? I've had the 15 for ages, so I've definitely
Dude, these accents are thicker than cold peanut butter. I've had the 15 for ages, you know.
Did this for like over a year.
Shout out to all my Scottish and Irish and UK folk.
Now, oh my god, I'm so excited.
Upgrading a perfectly good phone just...
I mean, yeah, I don't understand that. Why do you need to upgrade a phone that's good? I don't know about you guys. I wait till the wheels fall off of my phone. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you're the same way. I wait till the wheels fall off. Like, every time I update, like, I think I had the 13, and then I upgraded to the 16. I upgrade, like, every 3 phones. I don't upgrade every time. Cass likes to, but that's just women.
A good month, $9,000 at 20.
I feel
How's
so
that?
behind in life.
You make so much money,
dude. $9,000 at 20 is crazy. Chat, were any of you guys making $9,000 at 20? I don't know about you guys. That's a boatload of money. I was not even close to that. I was lucky to make $90 at 20. I was broke.
You know why you feel behind at your age? Because you're being a dumb piece of with your money.
I know, but
2 Jaguars at 19 and 20? That's stupid. I need you to recognize.
I understand
I don't
it's
want to be
stupid,
mean.
but
Okay, then get rid of it.
no, never.
Why?
I will have a Jaguar until the day I die.
You got it at 9%, which is a just right anyway.
Paying off 2 Jaguars.
Oh my god. She's the Jaguar queen. Not even the Tiger King. Good lord, 2 Jags? Dude, I have 1 vehicle and I could afford 2.
That financial decision that you were making in life?
Getting a brand new car of the year that I couldn't afford at the time. It was a Kia Stinger.
You get the Stinger?
Yeah. You couldn't afford a Kia Stinger?
Kia Stinger 2020. I couldn't afford it at the time, but I just wanted to get it because, you know, to look cool and stuff. But
what was that monthly car payment looking like?
It was, at the time, because I didn't put anything down, but I had good credit. Yeah. So it was about like $650 a month.
$650 for a Kia Stinger? Oh my god.
At the time, that was out of like my price range, but but now, like,
how much was it with insurance? You gotta get full coverage, right?
Yeah, full coverage. It was about like a grand.
For insurance?
No, like altogether, like yeah.
He knew he couldn't afford.
Bro, what? How bad is your driving record if your insurance is like $350 a month? What?
Pay for it in cash means you can't afford it. The best advice I got, put that credit card away, rip it up, throw it away.
Why not?
Because you're going to be broke by the time you're 40, paying all those
Okay, he had me in the first half. I don't agree with that. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I agree paying everything for credit card, paying everything with a credit card that you possibly can. But here's the catch. If you can't buy it twice, don't buy it. You can't afford it. If you can't buy it twice. That's been my whole, or even 3 times you want to push it. So like a $100 pair of shoes, if you can't afford to spend $200 on a pair of shoes, you can't afford it. Put it on credit, but immediately pay it off. That's what I do. Like, I pay off my credit card every other day, and that's why my credit shot up by like 80 points in a year, is because I paid off, you know, I pay off everything pretty much immediately.
A lot of money to impress people you will never meet with your car. And the stupid thing loses 60 to 70% of its value when you buy a new one in the first 4 years that you drive it.
That's why I don't buy, I lease. Chad, do you buy cars or do you lease cars? Let me know in the comments.
So you turn $30,000 into $11,000 and then scratch your head and wonder why you can't get ahead financially.
Trying to impress strangers.
I mean, yeah, what is it? We buy things that we don't need for people that we don't like, to impress people we don't know or don't like or something like that.
$40,000 a year, but you drive a Hellcat.
The Hellcat's like 80.
How you out every weekend buying drinks, but your credit card's maxed out?
Bro, people do it. I got a buddy that he was like about to get engaged, and he spent 15 bands on a freaking ring, dude. 15 bands on a ring. Did he have 15 bands in cash? He did not. He had to put it on credit card, and now he's not even with that girl anymore. You know how much I spent? $1,500, and it was a family ring. When it's time to go on another trip, then complain that we're broke. What is that?
Yeah, I'm sure they had a
girl mathing to bankruptcy. Dude, you'd be surprised. A lot of people have filed bankruptcy. I was surprised at how common it is. But people do it all the time. My biggest financial mistake. What do we got?
Financial mistakes is being a victim to lifestyle creep. I am a victim, and this is such a painful learning experience. Graduated in 2022, and I made sure to celebrate. 3 months after graduating, I leased my car. Not the best decision. This was my first taste at adulthood, at freedom, so I was really living my best life. I was at every concert, every nice restaurant. I was getting every beauty service you could think of, and I took 5 trips in 1 year.
5 trips in 1 year? I've showed you guys what I make. I don't even take 5 trips in a year.
Most I had ever traveled in 1 year, and while this year was so much fun for me, I did not realize the damage I was doing. It took me a couple of months to realize that I was living completely beyond my means. Which sucks and is hard to admit in a society where everybody pretends that they have all the money in the world and is bad and bougie. At the end of the year, this is what my savings account looked like, and
yikes.
I literally could not sleep at night. I mean, I studied finance, I worked in banking. Theoretically, I should have known better. All of a sudden, I had this car to pay for, and each week I would say, I'm gonna start saving next paycheck, and it just never happened. Since then, I have become a strict budgeter, and I have totally redeemed myself. It makes me so sad to think about where I could be financially if I didn't let those 8 to 9 months get away from me.
3 months out of college.
Well, it just shows you that social media is rotting people's brains and thinking that they need to live above their means. But I challenge you guys, see if you can go like a whole day without spending any money. I'm talking like eat everything you got at the crib already. Try not to put no gas in your car. You can drive, but like everything that you've already purchased, try not to spend any money throughout the day. I could go multiple days. I could do it easy because I got so much food in the fridge and in the pantry. I'm good. Like I don't need to go spend a lot of money, but a lot of people have to spend money every single day and they can't help it.
People who make a lot of money still being pretty broke, they need the world to know that they're high status people. So in this video, she says that their take home pay is $77,000 every single month because they
70 grand a month. God.
Make $3.7 million per year. Look at those expenses. Just look.
Wait, now the math ain't mathing. Oh, after 401k contribute. Okay, I was about to say because $83,333 is $1 million a year.
I wish I could pause the video. They have a
Wait, that's their expenses?
Every single month because they make $3.7 million per year. Look at those expenses.
Mortgage is $29,000. Oh my God. Fun, $4,000. Shopping, $6,000. Subscriptions, $200. Personal trainers, $4,000. Car lease, $2,200. Nanny, $10,000 a month. Lawn care, house cleaner. Jesus.
Says just look. I wish I could pause the video. They have a $5.2 million mortgage. Those savings won't even cover half the month if they lose their job. Take a look at these monthly expenses. $75,000 a month. They have a mortgage that costs them $29,500 a month.
That's insane.
Look me in the eyes right now and tell me that you have to.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Them glasses are thicker than a freaking aquarium, bro. I paused it at the wrong moment, bro. I'm sorry, dude.
Having a house that's over $5 million. You do not have to have a house worth $5 million in any zip code in the United States. Using the 4% rule and taking the $74,790 a month, they're going to need over $22 million in an investment portfolio before they ever can retire with this kind of lifestyle. But these people are in their late 30s. They are going to be a to their job until the second that they retire because they're spending so much money on unnecessary crap. I mean, $2,200 a month for a car lease. If you make over $3 million a year, you have no excuse to be unable to buy a car cash. Unless you have cash flow issues because of your poor financial decision making, and that's what this looks like to me. I mean, $6,000 a month on shopping. What could you possibly need to be buying?
That's insane.
I hate to say it, but these people are very, very broke.
It's the rich working class, right? Like on paper, it looks like you have a lot of money, but in reality, you're just rich working class. Like you can't afford to not work. And see, my goal is like after 10 years of doing this YouTube stuff, I'm gonna try to be financially free and not have to worry about brand deals, not have to worry about anything, and just make videos when I want to make videos, make a vlog, travel when I want. I don't think I'll ever stop making content just because I love this so much and it's such a passion of mine. But like, I'm hoarding money right now. I'm saving more than I'm spending. I save around 60% of my income every single month, and I've showed you guys my analytics. Like, I try to save as much money as possible.
Many habits that kept me broke for way longer than I should have been. Hey, I'm Christina. I used to be a full-blown shopaholic, and I was in $120,000 of student loan debt. Jesus. This is why. 1. Lifestyle creep. I'm also a pharmacist full-time. That's why my debt was so high. But as soon as I started working, I was making more money than I had ever seen in my life, and I had no idea how to handle it. But I thought my life should really match the salary. So instead of focusing on how to get out of debt, I prioritized making my life look like I thought it should. So yeah, I got the Gucci slides, I went to the dinners, I went on the vacations. I wanted to live that Instagrammable life. So that, you know, like a stranger would look at my shoes and know that I was successful. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend some of your hard-earned money on experiences or things that you want, but for me personally at the time, I had no plan and all of my disposable income was going there instead of focusing on how to get out of debt and make that money actually my own.
All good points. Spending.
Bro, I mean, at least she woke up to it, but you got to realize that eventually that money might stop. And eventually you got to also begin with the end in mind. Hey, one of these days I'm not going to want to work anymore. So when you have enough money for the holiday but not for food, just fingering bread. That's what we're doing, Rebecca.
It's not much of
just a bag of salad. Oh, God. It's sad. But people do this if you want to stay broke in your 20s.
Broke in your 20s, continue living beyond your means. Continue getting comfortable with 5-figure credit card debt. Continue using buy now, pay later. Continue dipping into your savings every pay period because you needed to go on that vacation.
Like she said, living beyond your...
I mean, it's really not that hard. Does it suck? Yeah. But if you don't... I think Jim Carrey talks about this. Like, if you don't sacrifice a few years of your life to get ahead for, 10, like if you can't sacrifice 2 years to get ahead for a decade, it's really not meant for you. And you guys can give me a chat if you want to talk about this or anything, life related, give me a ring. But the reason I moved to a small town and got out of the city, I was living in Austin, I lived in Dallas, and I was living the good life, dude. I had a nice corporate job. Cass was a nurse. We were making pretty good money, We were clearing $6,000 to $8,000 a month as a couple, which at that time I was like, bro, we're living it. We're able to go out on dinners. We can go out. We can travel every once in a while. We were living the good life, right? Now we have a kid. Perspective has completely changed. But once I decided to move to a smaller area, number one, it's way cheaper. My mortgage now on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that's 1,200 square feet is cheaper than my rent was living in Uptown Dallas. Uptown Dallas, it was like $2,200 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment with a study. Now I have a 3-bed, 2-bath house for $1,800 a month. So I'm saving $400, boom, off rip right there. And we used to have 2 vehicles. Now we just have 1 vehicle. So that saved me even more because I had a lease. She had a lease because we had to drive to go to work and stuff like that. So now we just have 1 vehicle. So it's like, boom, that's even more money. So we've been trying to minimize how much money we have to spend. And I realized that if I could sacrifice 2 years in a small town, 3 years in a small town, I could get so far ahead, dude. I could get so far ahead. And so far it worked. So I urge you guys to look at your life and see, is the area that I'm living in, is it making me live beyond my means by rent or whatever and lifestyle? And when I told a lot of my friends, hey dude, I'm moving to a small town, man, they're like, why? That's stupid. That sucks. Ooh, why? And I would see these people, but I wasn't hanging out with them every day or every weekend. It was like, I'll see you when I see you. Every single one of my friends said, that's stupid. That sucks. Now looking ahead and seeing where I'm at now and seeing how well I'm doing on YouTube, they're like, man, I should have did what you did. I should have sacrificed a couple years, and time still goes on, and I'd be maybe where you're at. But I'm like, yeah, but you guys don't want to do that because now I have the buying power of I can go buy $1 million home and still live comfortably. None of them have that. They all stayed in the big city. They're paying the big city rents. They still have the same job. They didn't start a side hustle, and so it's like you got to be willing to sacrifice a few years to get ahead. Like if I told you right now, hey, if you sacrifice the next 2 years, you'll get 10 years ahead, would you do it? Put a 1 in the chat if you would. I feel like most people would. Like, yeah, I'll sacrifice 2 years. If I'm going to be ahead 10 years, yeah, dude, 100%. Like if I said you could retire 10 years early if you just work really hard for 2 years and sacrifice 2 years. I bet most people would do it. I just considered it like Dragon Ball Z and Goku, the hyperbolic chamber, where you lock yourself in and you can get years ahead in just 2 years. I can get 10 years ahead in 2 years. I was like, that's what I'm going to do. And it worked. And now I'm here, and now I don't even want to leave. Now I'm living in an area it's small, it's cheap, and I don't even want to leave. But as baby Nichs gets older, we need to put her in a good school.
With no responsibilities, making $150,000 per year, living paycheck to paycheck. Here's my story on lifestyle creep. Just like any other college student, my goal was to get a high-paying job upon graduating. I was able to do this the semester before I graduated, and that's when lifestyle creep began.
I'm gonna be honest, just looking at his gear, chat, he's got nicer gear than I got. I can see like it looks like a PC, maybe a screen in the back. He's got a mounted screen there. He's got a camera there. He's got another camera on the table. He's recording with the camera. He's got a MacBook. Like he's got like lav mics. Like, bro, you spending more money than me, and I'm doing this full time.
Before receiving my first paycheck, I decided to move out of my $700 per month apartment into a high-rise in downtown Dallas, where I was spending roughly $2,200 per month. Shortly after that, I decided to sell my car that was paid off to buy a BMW.
Stupid.
I know. Who does that?
Idiots.
Even with those bad financial decisions, I continued to make a plethora of other bad financial decisions until the point where I received the notification stating that my bank balance was negative. I'm thinking, I'm making $150,000 per year. How is this possible? Turns out, those small transactions add up. I say
Because 150 grand a year is like what, 7 or 8K a month net?
It is, however, to say, as your income increases, your spending should not increase as well.
Making 150K.
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest cheat code I can tell you guys. Like once I started making more money, I was like, we're staying here, not moving out of this house. Now we did get a bigger vehicle, but we had to because we had a baby and we got to fit a car seat and all this stuff. But like that was the biggest expense I have, and it's a lease, so I'll get rid of it in 3 years and get a new one. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't go buy a new crib. I'm still wearing the $10 Sheen t-shirts I did when I started.
I moved into a place that I can't afford, and now I'm stuck. I recently moved into a luxury apartment, and though it is nice and I like it and all these other things, I realized that I can't afford it. Like, I have enough money to pay for it as far as money's in my bank account, but as far as like what I want to do in life, I can't really afford it.
A luxury place might feel exciting.
I don't know about you guys, but the luxury apartment scam is so stupid. Just live in an apartment, dude. Who cares where it is? You can drive. That's why you have a car.
I ever made was moving into an apartment that I cannot afford. I sat down one day and did a whole bunch of calculations, and I was like, I can definitely afford to rent a 1-bedroom in downtown Toronto. At the time, the rent would have cost about 40% of my total income. So
Oh my, 40% of your income is insane.
I was like, okay, I have 60% to do whatever I want. Wrong. Just existing and living in Toronto costs so much money. You walk out the door and you've spent $100. Got to a point where I was saying no to things like going out for dinner with my friends, going on weekend trips, because the buffer room that I had in between paying my rent and the money I had left over was like barely a couple $100. And if I had any sort of emergency that I needed money for, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. But while I could afford my actual apartment and the rent, I really could not do anything else but stay inside. Looking back,
Nah, I think you're doing a little bit more than just staying inside, honey.
Big bag, big bag.
I'm in a completely different place financially. I'm still living in the same apartment. I remember really wanting to just like keep up with the lifestyle inflation and trying my best to just like enjoy Toronto. Grateful to be in a position where TikTok has completely changed my financial situation, but if I could go back again, I would say live below your means.
Well, dude, here's the thing. Move out of the city, dude. If you don't have big city coin, move out of the city. Live in a smaller outskirt. Like, live outside of that area. I don't know why you have to live downtown. I got sold this lie, too, and I was like, I got to live downtown. I got to be amongst the hustle and bustle. I got to be near the restaurants, the bars, and all this. No, you don't. You really don't have to be. It's just a lie. I'm really curious how people are rationalizing living above their means.
Curious how people are...
Bro, she looks really easy to draw.
Shots fired! Rationalizing living above their means when they know they can't afford it. For example, I know many people who have student debt, credit card debt, whatever it is. They have a job. But like, for example, I know someone who just bought a Range Rover and they're in probably $100,000 of student loans.
I don't even see how banks approve that, right? Like you're in debt, but you can buy a Rover. And Range Rovers are crappy cars anyways.
Like, where are you? How are you? I have anxiety for you.
I mean, facts. I do have anxiety for you. Nah, it's wild. Here we go.
I'm sorry. We need to normalize living below our means, being frugal. Some people don't want this advice, but maybe some of you will actually take it.
A few years ago, I got my car, a 2018 Toyota Corolla. It's all
Nice.
black, has a little touchscreen radio. I loved it, but I had to take out a loan for it. I have about $7,000 left on my car loan, and my car payments are always on time. But I wish I took my dad's advice when I was car shopping. He literally said, Rachel, go on Facebook Marketplace, get like $1,000, $2,000 car. He told me to get a little hoopty, and I literally didn't even want to hear him.
I mean, I don't know, like having a hoopty. I mean, as much as I want to say it's a good idea to get a cheap car, the thing is cheap cars break down, then you got to get them fixed, and you're right back in the same conundrum. I say get a lease and get a car payment that's like $450, $500 a month, and then, you know, that should be good. All right, let's get off into the comments of some previous videos here and see what you guys have been saying, dude. I like to always check in with y'all. All right, this is about the Akash video that I posted the other day. Here we go. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? The worst simp of the year. He owes Myron Gaines an apology. Letting your partner badmouth you, man or woman, reflects on you just as bad as them. Yeah, he took the leftovers from college. Let this love never find me. He is in comedy. He just didn't know what he was a clown. She said the mileage was 0, but it was $1 million. She got you, bro. She embarrassed him in so many levels. I couldn't even watch the episode when they both were on there. You can see it on the face no matter how hard he tried to hide it. It's a yellow canary, all right. Hey, the yellow canary gang. Y'all know. Y'all get it. Here, but you connected on my TV, so I can't really interact. Hey, it's no worries, Renee. Don't even trip. Oh, this is about Akash. I'll skip this vid. Yellow canary. So many miles on the floor, is rotting out. He's just going to learn she leaves him for someone more successful. The 2026 Will Smith, except without the fame and talent. I want rules for peen, but not for vagine to become a common phrase. I want rules for peen, but not for vagine. That's good. That's good. I like that. That's really good. Oh my God, you guys crack me up, dude. You guys crack me up. Let's get to Twitter, see what we have here. Rules for peen and not for vagine. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Male excuses for dating younger, less experienced women.
So when I was 26, I was briefly dating this guy who was like 36. And I asked him one day, like, why don't you want to date women who are just like a little bit closer to your own age? And he tells me, straight face, like, he goes, they're just bitter. Interesting. And that, like, we didn't date for much longer after that. Like, it was pretty casual. But bitter. They're just bitter. No, it's because they can clock you. It's because they're clocking the BS. It's probably because they want to get married. Later, I actually saw that guy on another dating app, and he was lying about his age, actually. He said he was 34. I wonder if he's still lying about his age after all.
Well, the thing is, you ladies lie about your looks all the time. We don't care. That's why women wear makeup and men lie. Here's the whole thing with dating older women. I was at the barbershop the other day, and they have one female barber up there, super nice girl. And she's trying to date, and she's like, I got a guy barking up my tree. I was like, well, how old are you? I do the common questions. How old are you? What's your longest relationship? What are you looking for? And she's like, I'm 30, looking for, I'm not looking for something too serious, but, I wouldn't mind a boyfriend. And I was like, well, do you want kids? She's like, yeah, I'd love kids. I was like, so you want a family? I was like, how many kids do you want? She's like, 2 kids. I was like, okay. So you're 30 now, and in 5 years, you're going to hit geriatric pregnancy. Let's say you start dating this guy right now. You date him for a year or 2, then you get engaged for another year, and then you get married. That's 34 if you fast track it hard. And then at 35, geriatric pregnancy hits, boom. And then by that time, a lot of your eggs are gone. So it's really hard to have kids. And then also, as you get older, there's more complications. Like if you're 40 and having kids, a lot more complications than when you're 30, and even more complications when you're 30 versus 20. And so I just sat there and told her, and I was like, in reality, do you think that your value goes up as you get older? And she's like, yeah, I'll have more experience. And I just had to be like, hey, I'm going to be honest. Men don't value women's experience. Chat, put in one in the chat if you agree. Do you value a woman having experience? I don't. Men value inexperience in the dating market, and women value experience in men in the dating market. We don't care that you're experienced. It just says mileage. It just says trauma. It just says harder to deal with. And then I told her, I hit her with this Kevin Samuels quote, and she's like, I'd never thought about it that way. I was like, when you make the men of your present pay for the mistakes and trauma of the men of your past, there will be no future. She's like, wow, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, because every relationship you've been in, you're holding on to a little bit of it and making the next guy pay for the inadequacies and mistakes of the past guy. was like, it's really a losing battle. I was like, do you think you looked better when you were 20 or 30? She's like, 20. I was like, do you think that you would put up with more when you were 20 or 30? She's like, 20. I'm like, then why wouldn't a guy go out and get a 20-year-old version of you instead of the 30-year-old version of you who's older, doesn't look as good, and harder to deal with? And she was just like, you can tell she's just never been checked like that. Like all the other guys at the barbershop were like, no, you can find somebody. It's not too late. And I was like, oh, it's too late. Like, the clock is ticking, honey. And that's the one thing with me, man. I'm never going to steer you guys wrong. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, if you guys give me a ring, give me a call, I'm going to just shoot it to you straight. You're going to explain your scenario to me or whatever problems that you have, and I'm just going to be brutally honest. And I may not hit the mark right. I may not be 100% right, but I'm going to give you an unfiltered answer to your question. Whereas a lot of people are looking to maybe save your feelings. I'm not looking to do that. Even when I was on Jack's podcast, he's like, hey, we're nice here. I was like, I'm not. He's like, no offense. I was like, I'm all offense. I'm trying to be offensive. Like, I'm not trying to save your feelings. Because when I was growing up, I wanted people to be so raw with me so I could get to the freaking point. And if it hurt my feelings, it's because there's some validity to it. I'm just throwing rocks, and if it hits you, holla. You smell what I'm stepping in? You know what I'm saying? And if it hurts your feelings, even if somebody says something and it hurts your feelings, it's because there's a sense of validity in that, and there's a sense of truth in it that you find offensive because it hurts your feelings, because it's getting to the root of the problem. And that's why I'm here for you. That's why I got your back like a chiropractor. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Won't they do?
You want a potato? I got you, Mr. Potato Bag. I got you, Mr. Potato Bag. Free. Sit. Shake. Wait. Free. Go to your place. I've said this previous episodes, but the reason he's got that thing on his paw is because he's been licking his paw. And some of you guys ask what kind of food he eats. It's instinct. It's the dry food, and then we do the instinct wet food as well. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Won't they do?
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace. And for all the real ones that stuck around, the phrase of the day is going to be lilac lizard. Put that in the comments if you stuck around to the end. I always like seeing how many of you guys actually stick around, because I feel like some of you guys do, some of you guys don't. Lilac lizard. Put that in the comments. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.